Hello. Today I'm going to talk about a really simple eye exercise that anybody can do as long as they're not shut up in a windowless jail all day. And the more times you do this in the course of your daily life, the more useful it will be to you. And the trick is to remember to keep doing it. So short-sighted people, myopics, what is your problem? Your problem is that you have spent too long looking at things really close to your face and kind of fixing your focus there so that when you look in the distance, you find that your eyes won't do it anymore. So the answer, rather than putting on glasses, which will actually keep your eyes fixed at this focus while enabling you to see in the distance and give you the illusion that you've got better eyesight when in fact you haven't, well, rather than put glasses on, why not just look into the distance? So here I have a window. This is my bedroom window, and out of my bedroom window I can see some interesting things. So let's have a look at the roof of the house opposite. If you look at this roof, you can see that there are all sorts of variations in colour. And the more you look, the more you'll probably be able to notice that in fact some of those variations in colour are birds. They're sheltering from the wind. They're sitting on the tiles. And as you watch them, you may just notice that sometimes they move. Even if you can't see those birds clearly, you can count them. How many birds are there on my roof? Let's have a look at the other features of this roof. At the top, there's a set of ridge tiles in a very interesting shape. When they're in focus and close up, you can see what they look like. If you have some idea of what they look like, it will help you to work with them when they're out of focus. And this is what you have to do with whatever scenery you pick. Find out what it really looks like, and then use your imagination to work out what you can see when it's not in focus. So these ridge tiles each have a little loop on the top, and through the loop you can see the sky. You can count how many loops are there going along the ridge of the roof. And you can do this even when they're not in focus. But even if it's more out of focus than that, when you look at it, you can be aware that there's something there. You can't see that it's part of the tiles, you can't see what it is really, but you can get a sense that there's something there. And this is what's important, is taking an interest in what you can see, even if it is really blurry. I was oversimplifying when I said that myopia is due to spending too much time looking at the near point. There are various reasons for myopia, particularly for the higher strengths of myopia. But the same practice applies. Look into the distance. So now I'm going to do it with the camera focused quite close. You see, I have to hold my fingers a couple of inches away from the lens to get them into focus. So now I'm going to look at the same scene from the perspective of a highly myopic person. So now we can see that all the details are blurred, but in fact there is quite a lot that you can make out. You can see that there are straight lines, even though the straight lines are not as clear and sharp as when you wear glasses. You can see the horizon, where the sky meets the ground and the objects that are on the ground. So you could trace along that edge with your attention. You can also make out that there are different tones. If you look at the trees and shrubs in the foreground, you can see that there are different shades of green. Some are lighter, yellowish, some are more greenish, some are even darker in the shadows. So you could play with that for a while, comparing the different areas. Also, if you get a person with good sight to look at that scene with you, or even put on your super strength glasses and look at the scene, you can get some idea what you're looking at so that you know what it is even though it's blurry, and then your imagination will help you. A couple of other things. Quite often people have a different prescription for each eye. Now if your eyes are different, it may be that when you look at a scene, one eye doesn't get as fair a chance as the other one. So make a habit of giving each eye a little chance on its own to see what it can see. Also, blink, check you're breathing, check you're relaxed, happy. Do a bit of closing eyes, palming. Make sure it's not a strain, and repeat as often as possible, because practice makes perfect. Bye.